Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Katamari Damacy. I'm Nai.
I'm Mako and I feel the cosmos.
Oh god. We're going to make a star 3. Botarde. Have you ever been to Portugal? We were there yesterday. We hope you can visit during the days rolling. Like that's possible. Oh yes, almost forgot. A royal present for the hard-working prince. That's what we were thinking, but we sort of tossed it down to earth. We had an issue and just sort of pitched it away. Must be around somewhere, so roll it up while you're at it. Yep. That would be the king.
Really, that just sums him up beautifully, yeah.
Okay.
Today, you will be rolling around the town.
New area! Katamari
The
should be 50
Katamari
centimeters.
should be
We can do it for 8 minutes. Any longer than that, and, well, he's not going to wait for us. Apparently I'm loser prince now. Did you see that? I feel so loved by my parental unit here.
Well, we moved up from inchling, I guess.
Well, we did. I mean, you'll notice the prince is a little bit bigger this time.
About 10 centimeters.
Yep. Oh, we have a... God, I know this song. Hold on. I'm trying to remember the entire name. It's like a rose and something or other. I generally know the names of the songs because I listen to them all the damn time. But, like, Katamari music is on my list of music that I will always 100% be ready to listen to at any given point in time in my day. Doesn't matter if I'm, like, trying to listen to Let's Go Fast music while I'm on the interstate trying to get to work, or if I'm on my way home, like, okay, I can listen to something with a more calm and sedate pace. Nope. If Katamari comes on, it's like, well, okay, well, I don't care what mood I was in. This is the mood I'm in now.
I was going to say, calm and sedate is something that happens to other people.
Now, one day I will actually set moods for my music when I'm when I'm driving, but I don't actually do that. Like, I just have all my music in one gigantic playlist, and I just press skip if it's something I don't want to listen to at the moment.
That's pretty much what I do.
Like, I know some people are able to do this whole thing where they, like, have, you know, this is my driving music, this is my resting music. It's like, this is my music, I just don't happen to be interested in listening to it all the time.
I have a set for when I go walking, but...
Just, like, power walking music?
Yeah, pretty much.
See, that's understandable.
When the weather... For those who are just tuning in or don't know, I live in Canada, so the amount of time I get to walk every year is kind of limited. The weather is not conducive to this most of the time, and I'm not nearly, like, robust enough to want to go walking in minus 20 weather. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So I like to have a good little bit of music to keep me going when I go out.
It's like, take 2 steps out there. Okay, I don't want to be walking in this. But the music is going, so...
I need something to just sort of give you enough pep.
Yeah, it's understandable. I love that we can pick up the rocks and the paving stones. I'm not joking when I say that you can pick up just about everything in Katamari. It doesn't matter. You can probably pick it up. You're going to have to get to a certain size, but you can probably pick it up. One thing I may actually go for is I may try to get true 100% completion, and that, take out food! True 100% completion also, among other things, involves collecting all of the items.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much I care.
There are no achievements in this particular one, so...
It's on PS2.
Before achievements were a thing.
Yeah, this was back when you set your achievement. I feel like beating the game today. So
See, I remember the last one I actually played, and played all the way through, the last Katamari game, was actually Me and My Katamari for the PSP.
I tried playing that one. I didn't really like it.
A lot of people didn't like the control scheme. I didn't mind it.
I just didn't like the game. I thought the levels were boring.
Yeah, I had fun with it, but I was also like, it was something to keep me busy because at the same time I was going to a con at the time, so it was something useful to have on hand when you realize that the schedule will be arranged in just such a way as you've got like half an hour of dead time between panels.
I never went to panels when I went to cons.
Or what did you do?
Everything else.
Oh, well, panels were half the reason I go to this con, but not that I've had the time and money to go to it lately.
The cons I went into, the one I really have ever gone to for any,
There's the oblong sort of catching you up there.
I know, I was having trouble with a staircase.
Yeah, that's what I said. Your Katamari can get up it, but sometimes being a bit funny shaped.
Well, sometimes it doesn't matter if you're funny shaped. It's just your Katamari just says, nope, I'm not going up that stair yet. Let me hit it a couple times, then I'll go. The only one I ever went to was one called Nandesu Con, which is a convention up in Colorado. Big anime convention. And almost every time I ever went, I've never been to any panels because I just wasn't interested. Because I'm not into anime that way. I just don't care.
Well,
I might go to something like voice actory in case there's something very interesting there, but I probably don't care. So what I did is there was a DDR room, so I spent lots of time there. We spent some time in the dealer's den, talking to artists. Like, that's the stuff we did. No real interest in the panels, because, the panels were cool and all, but I don't have an incredible amount of interest in listening to the actor of this particular character wax philosophical for 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh, see, that was never something that happened at most of the panels I chose to go to, but I used to go to Anime North up here in Canada, probably one of the biggest ones in
Come here, kitty.
in this region. And like the panels we would go to included anything from discussions on particular anime to like what goes into writing and maintaining a webcomic. Like we got some, I won't call them big names because I'm sure somebody will laugh calling someone a webcomic a big name, but we had stuff like the guy who did Adventures.
I've read that to its completion.
I've met Ambar from
Am I just not leaving? I'm just not leaving, apparently.
Wrong, so yeah.
Let's go this way.
Stuff like that, just neat little bits and pieces. Like there was a big discussion on, back before the DVDs actually came out, there was a big discussion on the Samurai Pizza Cats. It was always interesting.
What is that car? So small. Is it yours?
Because like before the DVDs actually came out, for the longest time it was thought that the DVD would never be able to come out because the original masters were lost.
Yeah. It's something I would have no problem doing, and actually there's a Comic-Con that comes like every year to New Orleans. There's both Comic-Con and the other one is Mecha-Con. That comes to New Orleans every year, so I could go. It's just I've never felt the urge to spend that amount of money. The other thing is I'm always working whenever they come down, so it's like they always come down over weekends, so it's just one of those
always an inconvenient time.
Not convenient to go. So we've kind of hit a point where I've collected most major things in the level, and this happens with most levels. I find is that I'll get most of the major things, and then I'll have just the minor things to pick up, and it'll be more of a struggle just getting around the place than getting what I'm trying to get. It's a pretty common thing. So I've got like a bunch of minor stuff. Generally, anytime that I can beat the size requirement by about half again its requirement, that's a good run. And we indeed did that this time, so I'm pretty happy. Not quite big enough to pick up a human just yet. That's more like a 2-meter size, depending on the human. 2 meters is, I think... Every item has a dedicated cutoff to when you're allowed to pick it up. So, I want to say 1.5 to 2 meters is for students, and then adults tends to be closer to 3 meters.
I think a good sort of rough rule of thumb would be to think, am I about 1.5 times bigger than the item?
Oh, you have to equal it. It's not 1.5 times bigger. You have to equal the item.
I don't know many adults that are 3 meters.
Maybe I'm off. Maybe it's 1.5 and 2. I can't remember. It's been a while. Okay, so I got the speed requirement. So I got the shooting star requirement. I also got the super size.
It's a cooking star.
Kinda curious what the name's gonna be.
Culinarian? Let's find out.
Bistro.
Bistro star.
Bistro star. And the chef comet. So generally, you're not gonna have a lot of control over. You're not gonna have a lot of control over what the biggest thing is inside of it. Generally, it's just whatever stuff you happen to pick up, and it's just whatever's most on the level. If you're trying to get the biggest size, like I am.
But that's what they said, right?
We saw it on TV that they said the stars were gone. Oh, that's nonsense. You can't listen to those news channels. Okay, so we're on... That was Make a Star 3. Now we're on Make a Star 4. Let's not do that yet. We're going to go back and we're going to collect some stuff that I haven't done. Namely some cousins.
Yeah, the prince is the prince, but there are an awful lot of other little cousins, and each of them is playable.
And so the problem is just finding them, and,
You gotta find them and roll them up.
yeah. The problem is some of these guys are in places that I haven't been going. For example...
Under the futon.
He's supposed to be down here, at least. Is he over here? Gold coin.
Look, gold.
Yep.
10 yen coins.
He might not show up yet, but it's still, like, there's requirements for them. This is Make a Star 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yep, I have no vibration on this controller. At least I don't think I do. Keep an eye out for it. Okay, he's supposed to be over here. No, never mind, I do. I just wasn't paying any attention. My controller has vibration. Cheers. Are you here now?
I think you have to size up a little bit first. Hit 8.
I don't think so. Like, on some of these, you have to actually clear the level first. You have to do certain things. There's a ramp right here, which apparently I'm not going to use. That's fine. Maybe you do have to size up a little bit. Like, you don't want to size up too much, though, because then you're not going to be able to fit underneath the... You're not going to be able to fit anymore. By the way, you'll notice there is a time limit for this one now.
Well, it's not our first time on Earth anymore. King won't wait forever. In fact, he'll wait very little.
Yeah, he's not a really big guy when it comes to waiting.
He's the king of all cosmos. Do you really want to be the one to say no to him?
Sure. No, he's still not down here.
Pull up all the coins, perhaps?
I don't think that's a requirement.
Oh, either way, I don't think you're gonna make it.
Well, I don't have to be big enough. I just have to get him, and then I can leave. The one we're looking for is Marsh. I'm not seeing him. Which is bizarre. Go. This is really bizarre because the cousins don't usually move all that much from their initial from their location. So I am mighty confused about the fact that he's not here. Also, you're going to see the king piss at me because I didn't make the star big enough. That's why we have the black screen. And the kowtowing prince.
Not nearly big enough.
The Katamari is so small he can't even see it. But we do not acknowledge trendy princes. Please go away. Goodbye. That's as close to a game over screen as this game gives you. Okay, well, I'll try to hunt that down in the near future, and we'll see if we can find him. When we come back next time, guys, make a star 4. We'll see you soon.